Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Critics Cup. My name is Jacob, and today we're having a look at every LEGO Iron Man minifigure ever made by LEGO from 2012 all the way back here. You can see one there and one there, and to the most recent one in 2024 from the Spidey and His Amazing Friends set, which just came out on March 1st, 2024. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. I've done a video on all the LEGO Spider-Man minifigures currently available up till the end of last year with the Advent calendar. I will be doing an updated version of all these comparisons towards the end of the year as we get more minifigures. I've also included War Machine, every single suit, Rescue, Ironheart, the villains, and even like the civilian versions of Tony Stark, Pepper, etc. And at the end, I will be showing all the Hulkbusters, but I won't be going into detail on those, as this video will already be very long as it is. But without further ado, let's jump into this and have a look at every single Iron Man minifigure ever made. So we're going to go in order of the suits. Start off with Tony Stark and his regular outfit. This was in the Malibu Mansion for 2013. And then we've got the Mark 1, the second most iconic Iron Man armor from the first Iron Man movie and comics, which has got the really crisp silver shine printing, as you can see reflecting on the helmet, on certain parts of the torso and legs as well. It's just super well detailed. I'm glad they waited to make this figure instead of making it in the 2012 style where it's less detailing. They waited about 6 years after this figure came out to make this one in 2019 with the Endgame Hall of Armor set. So yeah, very cool minifigure. Spinning both around the back, you can see some great back torso printing. There's no print under the helmet, and then you've got the original Tony Stark face, which is really good with that scared expression. This is when things start to get a little hazy. As I said, LEGO never really officially number each suit. You kind of have to work it out for yourselves, and it's up to your own interpretation. The prototype suit, but everyone calls it the Mark II because it clearly is the Mark II. Don't know why LEGO didn't just call it that, but it is what it is. You got another standard Tony Stark from the same set. So this set was the smaller Hall of Armor that came out like a year or two later. This Tony Stark just uses some Jurassic World torso printing, which is really boring. Again, you've got some really terrific back torso printing. Like I said, with most of these newer suits, I'm just glad that they took the time to put as much detailing as they could. I know they could do side arm and side leg printing, but you can't ask for that for every single Iron Man minifigure. That would just be really unrealistic. And you can see that's the current version of the heads-up display and normal Tony Stark face print that we still get to this day. One last thing I probably should have noted with this Iron Man armor is that it's the one-piece helmet mold, which was introduced with the Invincible Iron Man armor back in 2016, which they used for a variety of suits. It kind of breaks the continuity and makes it suit inconsistent, but as you'll see with the next two suits, that again, inconsistency will get far worse. Here we have the Mark III. So we've got the Mark III with the classic style helmet, which just lifts up like so, and then you've got the redesign, which was introduced like a year or two later. This one came out on the Ironmonger set, so this face print is unique and exclusive to this one set, whereas this one is also a remake, and as you can see, it's also a flip-up display. I made a separate video a while back about the newer style helmets. People are still somewhat mixed on them to this day. I just don't like it for it just kind of, as I said, with the one molded piece helmets, it just kind of breaks the continuity for the Iron Man helmets, especially since they've been going for 10 plus years with the original mold. It's kind of crazy that they've all of a sudden just switched gears and completely redesigned it for no particular reason, when that budget could have been given to some other characters that desperately need helmet mold. You use the same torso legs because these figures came out so close together, LEGO didn't bother to completely redesign this suit. It's the Mark V. So originally LEGO teased this suit, which come in the Malibu Mansion set for the original Mark V. It took them 6 years to officially give us the suit itself outside of the suitcase form, which is a really terrific minifigure. Uses the classic style helmet. You've got some great back torso printing. Yeah, I just think this minifigure is really iconic from Iron Man 2. So here we have the Mark VI with the triangle emblem. So these two minifigures are a great comparison of how far LEGO's come with the Iron Man minifigure detailing. This is from 2012 in the original wave. You could just see how simplistic the detailing is. It's still good and but it doesn't quite hold up as much as compared to like the modern style. So this is from the Avengers Tower, the only exclusive Iron Man suit in that set. You can see some of the battle damage on the back of this one. Now here we have the Mark 7 again from 2012 and a more recent modern redesign from 2023. Came in a couple sets, but yeah, it's just night and day, these two figures, but it's great to have both variations. So this is when I used the spiky hair for Tony Stark. So this one is from the Avengers Tower promo from quite a few years ago now. The torso is exclusive, and then this is from the £500 UCS Hulkbuster, which is just a ridiculous price. But yeah, it's a shame they included an exclusive minifigure in that if you want to complete your Iron Man collection, but you could see the back torso printings on both of these figures are excellent and well done, and they just used the standard Tony Stark faces for both of these. These two are kind of a good comparison in that this is the Heartbreaker Iron Man suit from Iron Man 3. Came in quite a cheap set, really well detailed, very unique and different with the extra plating going around the arc reactor, and the helmet striping and on the chin just gives it a very distinct look and very much stands out among the dozens and dozens of red suits. This is the older style helmet, and this is the one-piece helmet, which, like I say, breaks up the continuity. I don't like these one-piece helmets being so randomly in the middle of the Hall of Armour. You can see on around the back how their back torso printings look. Again, very excellent. They really upped their game with the Iron Man 3 suits, and you can kind of see that carrying over to modern day. So here again, you can kind of see how the continuity all breaks. You've got the newer style helmet and the one-piece helmet. So this is the striker armor, comes with all these extra really cool attachments, little builds. I prefer it when LEGO do little builds rather than sticker elements. Pauldrons sticking out, which look really cool, kind of give them a nice unique feel. But yeah, this suit just kind of gets forgotten about. It's very underrated, probably one of the most underrated Iron Man minifigures in terms of detailing on the torso and legs. Can't complain about any of those, to be honest, across the board with every single Iron Man suit with the torso and leg printings, apart from the 2012 designs, because they just really stand out compared to modern standards. Now here we have two of my absolute favourite suits. The Silver Centurion, which came in a polybag, is now going for sealed about £75 to £100 on eBay, which is crazy. You've got the side arm and leg printing. You've got this printed square element and the printed piece on the back. Here you've got the space suit from Avengers Assemble TV show, which kind of counts as an official Iron Man suit. So it kind of blurred the line with the MCU and comic/TV show. Space suit is very good. I love the pure white. It's the only pure white Iron Man suit we've ever gotten, and it's the only one with this white helmet design. So that again makes it exclusive alone, because they only recolored this a couple times, this older style helmet. It was always normally in dark red, and as you'll see with the next couple figures, they recolored it a couple more times, and they also did it with a couple of the War Machine. And here you also had an exclusive face print for Tony Stark, which is really, really cool. You got the bruised eye from Captain America Civil War. A lot of people use that. I remember a lot of stop motion videos using this face print. This minifigure is just so desirable, especially back then. This is the older style Tony Stark face, and you can see both of their alternate facial expressions and their back torso printing. Here are another two instances of LEGO recolouring the Iron Man helmet mould. You've got it in sand green with a scuba suit. So this was from Avengers Assemble, like the space suit, but it does technically fit within the roster. You've got a printed arc reactor piece, which you got an extra of, and this is the Bones suit, which is black and gold, and this was the only Tony Stark suit where you get this in black, whereas War Machine normally has this in black, but Tony Stark, this is the only time you get that, which is really cool. You also had this really cool moulded chest plate piece for Iron Man and the scuba suit. You can see there you've got like a little bit of jet turbines coming out there, and you've got this extra little build on the back. Removing all this, see the torso printing with that all removed, and the back torso printing as well for both of these figures. Both of these figures are absolutely terrific. The last four minifigures are definitely some of my favourite Iron Man suits. Here is when things get a bit murky in terms of how people classify these. So this is the Mark 43 from Iron Man 3, the most iconic suit from that film, because it's the one that like flies onto him in little pieces. It's a really cool scene. I can't believe that film is 11 years old now. It's crazy how time flies. But But yeah, I don't like the Iron Man face print. It's just super plain. There's nothing going on there. They could have done some extra detailing. A lot of Iron Man suits do have this same issue where they don't put enough effort into the printing, unlike the Heartbreaker and some of the later ones, which we'll see where they started printing more on the Iron Man masks. Now this one is from a mech which only came in one set from a couple of years ago, which I find really crazy and bizarre, because when they first introduced the Lego mechs, the Iron Man suit in the original way from 2020, it appeared in tons of sets, like constantly, and we all thought this suit was going to get reused a lot, but it never did. It just stayed exclusive to that, which I find very interesting. Now again, you can see it uses one mold, but this is a comic based suit, so I don't mind that too much. Comic based suits can use the one molded piece, and the newer style / older style helmet with the mask flipping open could be used for MCU suits. Very cool back torso printing for this one especially. Speaking of very detailed minifigures, we have the Bricktober pack Tony Stark from Avengers Infinity War, which is a really cool minifigure. He's got side arm printing on both sides, and it's got this really nice silver shine. This minifigure has been in quite a few sets now. It's the Avengers Assemble like t-shirt that he's wearing in most of that film. But yeah, there's the back torso prints. Now, this was a very strange thing LEGO did with the Age of Ultron Iron Man suit. So this is the Mark 43 in two different variations. So you've got the open chest plate piece here, which came in the UCS Hulkbuster, the 2018 version. Still can't believe they've made that twice. And this is the standard one that came in a couple sets. It's really bizarre how LEGO didn't just do a completely new suit in the Hulkbuster, and they went out of their way to reuse the legs and helmet, but just change an open chest plate piece. It's very bizarre. It must have been something from concept art that they had worked up that they just ended up reusing or something. It'd be very interesting to find out what was going on back then. And you can see even the back torso printings are different as well on both of these minifigures. If it wasn't for that weird alteration between the suits, I probably would have kept these two back to back. So you've got another Age of Ultron suit, which came in one set. Very cool. It's the one he wears at the end of the film when he's fighting Ultron. And on the right we have the Civil War suit. So they changed things up a little bit, adding all these extra blue lights, and they covered up a little bit of the arc reactor for some bizarre reason, even though that's where his like pulse comes out when he does his finishing move. Very odd. And you can see they even added some silver cheeks to the side of the helmet. Very cool. It's what both of their back torso printings look like. Very cool figures. I've just randomly paired up this version of Tony Stark from the Avengers Tower. It's the exclusive S.H.I.E.L.D. outfit. You've got two other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents with this torso print, but I just thrown him in here. This is the Spider-Man Homecoming suit with the silver shine. Very well done. Very cool minifigure. You can see it's just the Civil War suit, but they just added silver to it just to change it up for film to film for toy purposes. You've got the back torso printings of both of these. So here is another redesign of the Infinity War suits. So this one came in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and this came in quite a few sets, this version of the suit. It's the nanotech suit, as everyone likes to call it, and it's probably my least favourite Iron Man suit, just because I just don't like how it just kind of bleeds over him, and it just doesn't look as cool as the original suit up scene. Got two different styles of the helmet. In fact, there is very subtle torso differences. Because I'm showing in this video every kind of version of the suits, the Hulkbusters I will show at the end of the video, as I've said before. But yeah, this is the like jetpack add-on piece that came in the original Benatar set. You have 4 stickers to make these up, and you can just see how it's built up with the brick design. The brick build is the Iron Man suit being deployed from the Avengers Tower. It uses 2 exclusive stickers, but the Tony Stark is the same minifigure that's been in a bunch of sets. And you can just see how it's all built up. Very, very clever build, and I think it's definitely very cool. As I said, I'm showing every version of the Iron Mans, including the Hulkbusters at the end, but of course I can't forget the nano figures. So this is a plain nano figure that they've used as a placeholder quite a few times. In the middle, you've got the one from the UCS Helicarrier set, which you could only get one of in that set, so it's very rare and very unique. This one came in the smaller Hall of Armour. You got a duplicate of this, which is nice. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you these because these are quite a unique and little cool part of the collection. So in a similar case to the Mark III, LEGO released these suits so close together that they didn't bother redesigning the torso and legs. They just included the newer style helmet mold, which I do like the little silver cheek elements compared to this version, where it just has some black lines on the top of the head. This is the Quantum Realm suit, which every single Avenger used. It's not quite accurate to the scene. They kind of had a more unique Ant-Man helmet type mold, which they should have made, but I get why they did this. It was concept art and they wanted to show each of the distinct heroes in the film. So all 3D suits are the Mark 85. You can see they've got the gold arms, which is like based off the comics, and that's what the back torso print. And again, you can see here they redid the jetpack mold, which came with a couple stickers, and you also got this really cool shield stickers, 2 stickers here that join up. Really cool little build. This is the same suit, but again, like I said, I want to show every element of every Iron Man minifigure, and this is part of this suit. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool. These 4 I'm including because they're all basically the same suit, and also includes some of the biggest downgrades. This is by far the worst design Iron Man helmet. I hate this design. I don't like it. Get rid of it. It's just terrible in my opinion. I don't like it. Now, this is from the original Advent calendar, which you have this really cool sweater design with the Iron Man mask and the arc reactor as a snowflake. As I said, a big downgrade. This little build has no stickers on it whatsoever. And another big downgrade is that these 3 suits that you see here are the only 3 Iron Man suits, not even including Iron Legion, Ironheart, War Machine, whoever. Like, they have no leg printing, all 3 of these. I get this as an Advent calendar, and technically you could use this as a Tony Stark, but it has the Iron Man gloves on, and it shows you can put the helmet on, so I'm counting it as an Iron Man suit. Now, these 2 are very unique. This is the Venomized version of this Iron Man suit. Now, why is there no leg printing? They've always included leg printing for Iron Man minifigures, which is ridiculous that these 3 don't. I like the torso. The torso is really cool. You've got the red arm sticking out. It looks really cool. You've got the half open face design where Venom's kind of slowly taking over. So this one came in the original Venomized Spider Crawler set, and then this one came in a blister pack. So this one's very rare. Well, they're both quite rare now since the set retired. But yeah, it's very odd that LEGO did this and didn't just give us a new superhero Venomized like Captain America or something. But it's still cool nonetheless for people who wanted a full Venomized helmet. And that's what the back torso printing looks like on this suit here, which looks pretty good, I guess. But yeah, I just really don't like the helmet. Now, I've included these 2 suits because they're the most recent versions of the dark red Iron Man armor that kind of blends in quite nicely with the MCU suits. Hence why I've included all of these types of figures in a row and skipped a couple that you probably noticed comics version suits in a lighter red. So this one came in the 4+ Hulkbuster set, which doesn't have a specific number. Again, this is probably the 2nd worst helmet design. I don't understand why it's 1 piece. I guess it's because it's a 4+ set that little toddlers will be building this and they don't want them to choke on small pieces. This Iron Man is really cool and really unique. I don't mind the helmet. I'm not crazy about it. It does really exemplify the longer mask design that people complain about with the newer style helmet. But now these days, this is the only version of the Iron Man helmets. You could get 1 piece or new redesign. Now, the black and the bigger arc reactor look really cool. Great leg printings on both of these as well. Spinning both around the back, you can see there the back torso printers. As I said, this one comes in a book, which isn't too hard to get, and I've seen it on sale in the UK for like £10 this book, which is really cool, for like half price basically. So yeah, if you guys want to also check out my review on this, it's half an hour long, but there's a book going through all the pages. You can check that out. Here we have all 3 comic kind of esque versions of Iron Man. This one is from the Spidey and His Amazing Friends set of 2024, which is why I held off from making this video, because we all knew this minifigure was right around the corner. But at the moment, at the time I was recording the video, we don't know if we're going to be getting any new Iron Man minifigures. Well, we'll probably be getting some new Iron Legion minifigures, but yeah. So this is from the Mighty Micros from 2017, and this is the Invincible Iron Man suit from the 2016 Detroit Steel set, which is a very underrated LEGO Marvel set in my opinion. You can see all the back torso printings. You got 3 completely different facial expressions for Tony Stark. So you've got the more goofy expression for Tony Stark here, a more serious normal version that we see in a lot of sets from back in the day where he didn't have the face up display. And then on the right, you've got a brand new face print for the first time with the glasses, which looks really, really cool. I wish they included a hairpiece for him in that set, but yeah, these minifigures are really cool in the bright red, and hence why I kind of grouped them all together. Here are the only two Lego rescue armors worn by Pepper Potts. You've got a comic version, and you've got the MCU version, which people desperately want a recolor of because the purple is not quite accurate. It's more of this bluish colour in the film. But I really like it because it's a purple Iron Man suit, and purple's my favourite colour. So yeah, I really love the torso on both of these, and the leg printings, both great. The one-piece helmet mould works quite well for the silver version. This version, I don't know. I think I'd rather see them give it a try with the newer style helmet. Of course, the classic helmet would have been terrific, and to get that classic mould in purple would have been really cool as well. You've got two sticker elements, which has got the extra extensions. Spin them both around the back. You can see there's also a large sticker on the back here, which is quite nice. Kind of makes up for covering up the really nice back torso printing. And better look at her back torso printing, which is really cool here. You can see how it says rescue, and that's what both of the facial expressions look like. Oh, of course, now that we looked at the rescue armors, here is Pepper Potts in her civilian form. So you've got the version of her from the Ironmonger set. For some reason, they reused this design with a different hairpiece in the Avengers Tower from the first Avengers movie. She comes with this unique sticker tablet piece, which I've left on her. And this is the version from Iron Man 3, which only came in one set. You can see their alternate facial expressions and a clearer look at their back torso prints. I love the unique face print they gave Pepper back then. I wish they would carry on using that. Rumoured to be getting a Iron Legion type battle pack with a redesign of these guys. So expect the newer style helmet, or maybe the one-piece helmet. You can see there you've got a unique face print underneath with the, like, I don't know what you would call it, like digital face. Yeah, really cool, and that's what their back torso printings look like. So here we have War Machine. So on the left is the first ever War Machine we got, which is the original one, which is a repurposed Mark II suit that Justin Hammer made in that film Iron Man 2. On the right, we got the next upgraded. I believe this is meant to be his Mark III, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on that. It's kind of hard to distinguish all the different War Machines. But yeah, you got the old style helmet with the silver and grey, which they only used for this version of War Machine, which a lot of people tend to get an extra of and use it as the Mark II original helmet, which I kind of agree with and understand why people do that. You've got the newer style helmet on the right. They both have small little minigun builds on the back, and that's what their face prints look like. So you can see Lego have come quite a long way in terms of skin tone colouring, where they're doing different skin tones now, and that's what their back torso printings look like there, along with his alternate facial expression. Next up, we got the brand new 2024 War Machine from the War Machine mech and the Polybag game, I'm Patriot. Only Iron Man suit with the dark blue original helmet mould, which is really cool that Lego actually repurposed that. You can see now what he looks like with his minigun attached, which is from the little build he came with. You can see both of their facial expressions. And spinning around the back, you can see their back torso printed. So here we have the War Machine armor when he switched from silver to black, which look really cool with the dark gunmetal grey and silver elements. So on the left you've got the Civil War suit, which is really cool, and on the right you've got the Infinity War suit, which came in a Brooktober pack, so it's very hard to get in the UK. You could only get it at Hamleys in that pack for 20 quid, or spend a certain amount on Lego sets. It's the only War Machine with arm printing. Unfortunately, no side leg printing, no, which would have put it up there with the Silver Centurion Iron Man figure where it has side leg printing. But I love the exclusive helmet as well, where you got all the extra printing. They really went all out on this minifigure. Same here again, you've got similar markings on the front faceplate there for War Machine. And removing all the accessories. We have the really cool heads-up display set. It's just a reuse of the fin headpiece. Speaking of Avengers Endgame, on the left we have the Quantum Realm suit version of War Machine. And on the right, this is a War Machine that popped up in quite a few magazine bags and stuff like that. Hence why the mini build is different to the set he came in. But yeah, this is a comic version of War Machine, which you could class as a different mark if you would like to go down that road. This helmet print is exclusive and uses the face-up display. Not going to show you the back torso printing for this figure because everyone's seen these suits a million times. But removing the accessories from this one also uses the heads-up display, which I forgot they did with this version of War Machine. But yeah, I guess it doesn't really work for the one helmet mold piece this uses, which is a real shame. Kind of wish this was two pieces. And you can see his back torso printing there is very well done as well. On the left we have Happy Hogan, who's a very terrible minifigure. Came with the Spider-Man Far From Home jet set. Just looks nothing like the actor. You've got Obadiah Stane on the right from Iron Man 1. It's very cool. We got a minifigure of him, but it's a real shame we've still not had a Rhodey minifigure in civilian clothing. I know it would have just been generic city pieces or something, but we've had so many Tony Starks, quite a few Peppers, even Happy and Obadiah Stane have had minifigures now. So it just seems weird that he's left out and not been included. Spinning around the back, you can see their back torso printers are very simple, and he has another facial expression. Now, before we move on to Ironheart, the last part of this video, I wanted to take a look at the Iron Man suit villain based characters. So we have Detroit Steel on the left, a very cool minifigure. You got Iron Skull in the middle, which doesn't have a helmet, but has the Iron Man suit that he stole from him in Avengers Assemble. And you got Whiplash from Iron Man 2, who took so long for Lego to make for some reason. Comes with the blue chain elements, their facial expressions. Torso printings, excellent minifigures, all three of these, and you could definitely add them to your Hall of Armour if you so choose, because they are technically Iron Man suits. The last two Iron Man suits before we look at the Hulkbusters is Ironheart. These figures are for the Wakanda Forever sets, and I look forward to seeing her TV show and some more Iron Man suits to collect. But yeah, both of these figures are very well detailed. I really like how they made these. Got some large backpack accessories, which look really cool. See, they use two different facial expressions because, of course, she's got the goggles here. She's got this little claw attachment. Love the leg printing and torso printing. You can get a better look at their torso printings and their back torso printings, as well as the different facial expressions. Two very cool minifigures. All the Hulkbusters / Iron Man mechs. So on the left, you've got the two What If suits. They're the Sicarian and the Hydra Stomper. You've got the Igor suit from Iron Man 3. Got some snowman builds, which uses a exclusive white helmet, unprinted. Got a little version of the Hulkbuster there from the Advent calendar. The 4+ Hulkbuster. You got the original Avengers Age of Ultron one there. The Infinity War one, which is the remake of this one here. In the back, you've got a comic one, which everyone calls the Pancake suit. You got two of the £9 mechs. You've also got the War Machine mech. War Machine Hulkbuster, which was a concept used from Avengers Endgame. Got Ironmonger in the back there, and the Detroit Steel. So yeah, these are all really cool. I will probably do a separate video of showcasing all these, because this video is only really long as it is, but I thought I'll just show you these. And of course, there are two UCS Hulkbusters, but I only have the minifigures for those set. Let me know in the comments which one of these is your favourite Hulkbuster. Of course, the only one I don't have is of the 2012 Comic-Con exclusive minifigure, but that minifigure goes for quite a lot of money, and I'm not willing to pay that money for one Iron Man that is very hard to get and not most people have. These are just all the Iron Mans that you could get as a poly bag or in normal retail sets. And that's going to do it, guys, for my look at all these Iron Man minifigures. Let me know in the comments section which of these are your top 10 or top 5. I'd love to hear everyone's rankings on which ones are their favourites. It doesn't have to be Iron Man, Tony Stark under the suit specifically. It could be some of the War Machine armours or any other character. This was a really fun video to make. It took me quite a while to make, and I've been very much looking forward to it. As soon as we saw pictures or heard rumours that another Iron Man was going to be in the Spidey Friends set, I didn't think there was much point doing this video until this figure had been released. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for more future updates on all the LEGO Marvel minifigure comparison videos. Bye for now.